Hello everyone, welcome back. I decided to try something a little bit different today. One of my favorite games when I was younger was this one called the Starship Creator, which, as the name sounds, you get to build your own starships, you get to pick what systems are installed, who the major crew members are, and send it on missions to see how good your design is. So I decided to give it a try and see if anybody is interested in this type of video. So we'll start off with the class
processing
selection screen. And since the Defiant is one of my favorite ships, we'll go ahead and build the Defiant-class ship today. So we'll go ahead and select on that. Now, on different levels of this game, sometimes the ships come equipped with basic systems already. But I'm playing on the setting where the ship is basically empty and you get to put in all the systems yourself. Now I get to pick a registry number. So I'll go ahead and put in the following 74600. Now we're ready to pick the exterior look of our ship. Let's go into
commencing
structure.
assembly for new Defiant-class Starfleet vessel.
Yes, I know the voiceover is a little garbled. I'm not sure what's causing that. But anyway, you'll see here the nacelles, the hull, and the saucer. Each one, there'll be several different designs you have to choose from, and you'll put them together to basically kit bash your starship. You can scroll through some of the choices here. So there are 3 different nacelles. Let's try the second one and see what that looks like. Go through the hull pieces. Just 3 of those. Maybe we'll try the second one here. And for the primary hull, let's try that one and see what it looks like. When you're happy with your hull pieces, you go to the next screen, which is assembly.
Processing.
First you can see a blueprint of the ship, and then you can create it to see what it would look like.
Assembling structure.
And once you've done that, you can also drag it and look at it from any angle. Pretty much a basic Defiant-class design at this point. Now that you've created your ship, you can move on to giving it a name. I'll go ahead and name this one the Sequest, so you can give it any name that you want. So now we have the USS Sequest, NCC 74600. If you're happy with that, you can confirm it. Now you can move on to installing the systems on your ship.
Processing.
Starting with propulsion. Different components cost more credits, but the more they cost typically, the more efficient they are. You can also get information by clicking on this button here, such as details and the resource cost. I've got plenty of credits saved up, so we can go ahead and go for the better quality impulse engine here. You can also see the systems as they're added to your ship on the diagram up here. We'll check the warp drive. Only the finest for our Defiant-class ship. And you see the different categories of systems over here. We'll go down to power next. If our antimatter reactor, we'll go ahead with the better class 9. We'll make sure we have plenty of power. Antimatter storage pods. Good to have a couple of those on hand. Well, probably not 18 though. That's a bit much. I think 10 is probably more than enough. Alright. Get our fusion reactor for our impulse engines. We'll install that. Deuterium storage tank. That's fuel for the impulse reactor. Go with the bigger one there. Power distribution network. We give that a maximum power flow rating. Now for auxiliary power generation, we definitely want plenty of redundancies there. We are Starfleet after all. You want our 5 level of redundancy. Now we'll move on to the weapons section, which for the Defiant will be quite impressive. We've got our 2 pulse phasers. We definitely want to include those. We also have our standard phaser arrays. Now we can include up to 6, but we don't want to go crazy. Maybe we'll start with 3 for the time being. And since it's defined, we have both quantum torpedoes and sorry, I thought we had photon torpedoes. We do not. We do have 2 launchers we can install, though. Make sure we have plenty of quantum torpedoes for anything we can face. So I guess 5 is all the Defiant can hold. So we'll go with 5. And we'll move on to the defensive systems, which include the navigational deflector. And we have the shields. Definitely want full shields. I'll install that. And also specials to the Defiant, which you of course won't see these in other classes of starships typically, are 1, the ablative armor. Extra defense, plus of course the special cloaking device. So we'll go ahead and install that as well, so we're fully prepared. Moving on to science, of course, the Defiant science capabilities aren't as much as a vessel like a Galaxy class. We do have some sensors that we can install. Though a science specialized ship would have many more different types of sensors than this, but we have the basic 3. Let me see what probes we have available. We have a total of 5 probes. So let's install 1 of each of these. So we can at least do some basic scientific missions. Alright, and we see if we have any laboratories. Nope, no labs for the Defiant. Command and control. We want a computer core. Let's get a Mark 20. Let's get 2 of them so we have an extra just in case we need it. And our binaural data net. That seems like more of a Voyager thing, but I'll take what I can get. Communications. Internal comm system. Want that. RF transceivers for local communications. Subspace radio for long distance communications. And there's one more thing, I believe. Ah, yes, our universal translator. Couldn't go without that. Okay, that covers that category. We'll move on to transport and cargo. Put in our primary shuttle bay. Take our shuttlecraft. Says runabout, but obviously that's just a shuttlecraft. But we'll go ahead and install that. Runabout wouldn't fit on the Defiant anyway. Transporters. We want our primary personnel transporter, cargo transporter, transporter emitters. Let's get a couple of those for a little bit of redundancy. And we need, what is this, targeting scanners? Yes, let's get a couple of those. Alright, what's next? Cargo bays. Yeah, throw in one of those. And tractor beams. Yep, we want the tractor beam, certainly. Alright, support. Yeah, the life support would be good to have. Air is nice. Living quarters. Of course, in the Defiant, living quarters are Spartan, but we can have a crew population of 35 according to this. And our medical systems, which of course are once again are basic. Facilities, throw in a crew lounge at least. Crew has somewhere to eat. Utilities. So utilities include things like inertial dampers, artificial gravity, water supply, and things like that. So, yeah, we need those. Our turbolift system, put in a simple one so we can get around. And for structure, that brings us to the structural integrity field, which is obviously essential for keeping our ship together. So we'll go ahead and install that. There are several other things to do, such as picking the command crew and the crew complement for the ship. However, I think I might leave those for another video, if people are interested in it. Thank you for joining me again. If you'd like any more of these videos, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Or if you were bored, let me know that too. Until then, I hope you have a blessed day.